The guy in the hat is my dad, Ross Brioux. He was a real neighborhood guy. In fact, his neighbors were his lifelong friends. They grew up together in the West End neighborhood of Toronto known as the Junction, now called Bloor West Village. The outbreak of war would soon see Ross and many of his friends head overseas. Most spent 1941 on the home front, however, making the most of their young lives. A lot of my dad's friends had nicknames. This is Ed Bus Turner and his wife Marge. Dad was even closer pals with Neil or Sping Turner. The Turners lived at 456 Runnymede, basically across the fence from the Brioux. I wish I knew who these neighbors were, and I wish my dad was still around so I could ask him. Ross passed away in 2013 at the age of 97. This fellow, I believe, is Omer Levesque. I never met him, but my dad spoke of him often. Also in the neighborhood were members of my grandmother Ada's family, the Gerrans. These frisky young pups were the children of my dad's brother Ulrich and his wife Eleanor. Meet Mary Lou, Bud, or William Brioux, and Jerry. My Uncle Ulrich had a rather unique way of exploding out of a car. If you were looking for a little winter fun back in the 40s, you need look no further than Toronto's High Park. The areas in the hillsides near Grenadier Pond had these great grooved toboggan and bobsled runs. On this day in 1941, Dad and his friends took full advantage. My grandparents, William and Ada Brioux, moved into a Toronto home further west on Wilgar, and in 1941 and 42, that basement was New Year's Eve headquarters for Ross and his gang. Yes, they all looked drunk, especially Bus Turner here, but Dad always claimed not a drop of liquor was shed. Probably true since his parents were at the party. Maybe it was because he would soon be heading off to basic training in Camp Borden, but Dad sprung for color film for the 1942 New Year's Eve bash. That New Year's Eve marked a turning point for many at the party. There would soon be little time for lampshades or Churchill impressions. Within a year, my dad and several of the other young men in the room would find themselves uncomfortably close to Hitler. That New Year's Eve, however, there was still time to take a cup of kindness, along with a little cake, for days of Auld Lang Syne.